I walked in on this and I thought, if only I had a camera. There's the two of them sharing space. Let me get a little more light. Oh, maybe too much light on Clarence. Oh, it's hard. We'll just get closer. There's my two bestest friends. Phil Miller. Old Phil. Good old Phil, we like to call him. Mr. Miller sometimes. He's very self-important, I think. Oh, we have it on Zoom, that's why. That's much better. And then we have my best friend and the best cat I ever had, I think. I've never owned a cat. I've never had the pleasure of owning a cat. He was 6 weeks old when I brought him home. The can size of a beer can, not even. And I dropped him in a room with a 2-year-old tomcat who treated him like a squeeze toy for 9 months. And Clarence, of course, was in love with Phil. Rufus was the red cat's name. And then one day, Rufus didn't want to play anymore, and he took a poke at Clarence, and I remember that day. And I remember Clarence, instead of retaliating, he just sort of stood there and looked at him, and I thought we were pals. I thought we were buddies, and it was never the same again between them. And I've had another cat besides this one that I don't talk much about anyway, because it breaks my heart. And that guy, he had the fat guy bamboozled, and Clarence loved it, because finally he had somebody that would not only push him around, but honest to God, this guy, this behemoth, used to nurse. He's got one, or he had one. He had one nipple. And I had a little blue cat named Barney. And I got Barney, he was 10 weeks old. And every time you found Clarence sleeping somewhere like he is now, napping, you would find the blue cat attached to that single dry cat teat. And if you listen real close, you could hear Barney purring. And Barney would purr and purr and purr, and the two of them would sleep like that all the time. And this is Barney lived to be about a year. I had to have him put down. He had urinary tract infection, and it was a hard thing to talk to. I've already mentioned the cat more than 3 times. But I always figured that the reason that the fat guy would allow somebody like that to nurse on him as if he was his mom is because Barney always purred. He was always purring. And what isn't more comforting to a cat than the sound of a purr? It's just as comforting to me. And he's been with me a long, long time. And he's a good friend of mine. And he wheezes. And he makes strange noises. He presently is not purring. He will purr later, and he will sound like an engine. And there's Phil. There's Phil there. I don't know if you can hear him purr, but he is purring. He's the nicest cat. He's the most different cat I ever owned. Phil sometimes barks like a dog, my friend says. No, you idiot. Like a cat. When you got cats barking like dogs, it's time to build a big rocket ship and leave the planet. But he's purring very, very softly, and the big fella. You scratch his ears long enough, he'll purr too. But it's way early in the morning. Oops, can't do it. It's way early in the morning, and I hope I've got myself centered on the screen here. It's after midnight, and I should be in bed because tomorrow is test day. Today is test day, as you know. But I saw the two of them together, and it reminded me of the other two guys, or the other guy, the gray guy, the blue cat I can't mention. So I thought I'd take one more. Oh my God, everybody's eyes glaze over when they see I've posted another cat video. The way people's eyes go kind of dead when I tell them a 20-minute, well in this case a little over a 6-minute cat story that anyway, you people have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Watch out for cars. And you know I love you, right?